Coffee in hand, gate information secured, everything feels under control. But airports are not the safe bubbles most travelers imagine. They are carefully studied hunting grounds where thieves move quietly between checkpoints, cafes, and baggage carousels, watching for the smallest slip in attention. It isn't just luggage that disappears. Wallets vanish at charging stations, cars are broken into in long-term parking lots, and even mid-flight theft is more common than people realize. In the next 10 minutes, you'll discover how thieves actually choose their victims, the patterns of behavior they look for, and the simple adjustments that can make you nearly invisible to them. If you've ever thought theft at airports only happens to other people, stop now and subscribe, because by the end of this video, you'll understand just how easily it could happen to you and how to make sure it doesn't. The security checkpoint feels like the safest part of the airport, but it's one of the most vulnerable. Every traveler is distracted, focused on shoes, laptops, and liquids. That distraction is exactly what thieves wait for. A common tactic is to move through the scanner first, stand on the other side, and wait. An accomplice holds up the line just long enough for your valuables to be left alone in the belt. By the time you clear, your laptop or passport has already been lifted and blended into the crowd. There are documented cases of even TSA employees caught pocketing items, which shows just how exposed this space can be. The moment your belongings leave your hands, they are unprotected until you pick them up again. In fact, your bag is most at risk in the 10 feet between the conveyor and your reach. That's where thieves calculate their window. There are simple ways to close that gap. Load your bins so that less important items like shoes and coats go first and your valuables go last. That way, your essentials arrive when you're already standing there to grab them. Slip your phone and passport inside a jacket pocket instead of placing them openly in a tray. If you're traveling with someone, coordinate so that one person clears quickly and waits at the belt while the other follows behind. And even if the line feels rushed, don't let urgency push you into carelessness. Security checkpoints are designed to screen for threats, not protect your belongings. That part is up to you. Bathrooms inside airports are often overlooked as risk zones, but they're among the easiest places for a bag to vanish. The space is cramped, your attention is divided, and once a stall door closes, you can't see what's happening at your feet. Many theft reports describe the same pattern. A traveler sets a shopping bag or carry-on beside them, and within seconds, it's been pulled from the floor and carried out. By the time they realize it's missing, the thief is already lost in the terminal. The fix isn't complicated, but it requires habit. Keep your bag physically connected to you at all times. Slip a strap around your leg or hook your foot through the handle so no one can slide it away. Never ask a stranger to watch your belongings, even if they seem trustworthy. And use restrooms after you've cleared security rather than before. Thieves count on travelers rushing and leaving items unguarded. Quick question for you. Where do you feel most vulnerable in airports? The checkpoint, the bathrooms, or baggage claim? Drop it in the comments because your experience might be exactly what saves another traveler. Airports are designed to make you feel at ease once you've cleared security, and nowhere is that comfort stronger than in dining areas and lounges. You finally sit down, order a meal, scroll your phone, and relax. But that sense of safety is exactly what creates opportunity. Thieves know that when you're seated, your guard is down, and your belongings are often left within easy reach. A common tactic is simple but effective. A jacket casually draped over the back of a chair conceals a hand slipping into your bag. Another is the bump and grab, where someone brushes past your table and lifts a phone or wallet left out in the open. In premium lounges, the approach is more calculated. Thieves dress like business travelers, blending in with suits, laptops, and carry-ons. They linger just long enough to spot a pattern. Who leaves a bag unattended to grab food? Who keeps their phone on the table? Who naps in a corner? The appearance of professionalism masks the intent. Protecting yourself here means changing small habits. At first glance, airport charging stations look like safe havens. Rows of outlets, travelers gathered around with laptops and phones, all trying to top up before boarding. But these spots carry two risks most people don't consider. The first is digital. Public USB ports can be tampered with, a tactic called juice jacking. Instead of just giving power, they can secretly transfer malware or pull personal data. LAX and other major airports have issued warnings, which means it's not a rumor, it's a real and ongoing concern. The second risk is physical. A phone left charging at a pillar, even for a quick restroom break, is a thief's easiest win. And when a phone disappears, it's not just the cost of the device. It's your hotel confirmation, your ID backups, your banking apps, everything you need for the trip gone in seconds. The solution is straightforward. Carry a power bank and use wall outlets rather than public USB ports. And no matter how tempting it is, never step away while the device is charging. If it's out of your hands, it's not safe. Once you're on the plane, most people finally let their guard down. The doors are closed, the cabin lights dim, and it feels like the safest part of the journey. But that comfort is exactly what makes flights one of the least talked about theft zones. Underseat bags are easy targets, especially on overnight trips when passengers are sleeping. Overhead bins are another risk. Thieves wait until the cabin is dark, stand as if stretching, and search through bags that aren't theirs. They know most travelers won't notice, and if they're caught reaching, they can pretend they were confused about the bin. Many passengers never even realize something is missing until hours after landing. Protecting yourself mid-flight isn't about paranoia. It's about creating small barriers that make you less appealing as a target. Keep valuables on your body, inside a jacket, in a crossbody pouch, or zipped into a pocket. If you use a backpack, clip the zippers together so it can't be opened quietly. Even a small deterrent is often enough for a thief to move on to the next bag. Most people never even hear about in-flight theft until it happens to them. If you want to stay 2 steps ahead on every trip, subscribe, because that's exactly what this channel's built for.
Baggage claim feels routine, but it's one of the easiest places for theft to happen. Unlike boarding gates, this area is completely open. No ticket, no ID, anyone can walk in and stand by the carousel. That openness gives thieves cover because they can pick up a bag and walk out looking like any other traveler. If they're stopped, they can shrug and claim it looked just like theirs. The simplest way to protect yourself is speed and visibility. Get to the carousel quickly so your bag isn't circling unattended. Mark it with something that makes it unmistakable. Bright tape, a bold tag, even a unique strap. And once you spot your luggage, don't linger. Pick it up and leave. The longer it spins in the open, the more exposed it becomes. Airports put travelers on edge, but the most distracted moment often comes after the flight, right outside the terminal. Think about it. You're juggling your phone, watching for your ride, horns are blaring, and bags are stacked at your feet. That chaos creates opportunity. At curbside pickup zones, thieves don't need force. They use disguise. Some pose as drivers, porters, or even well-meaning helpers. They step in confidently, offer to help with your bags, and vanish into the crowd with your luggage before you realize what just happened. The fix is simple but crucial. Never hand your belongings to anyone you didn't personally arrange to meet. Keep zippers closed, straps secure, and bags in your hands until you're inside your car or shuttle. That one habit shuts down one of the most common thefts that plays out at airport exits every single day. The real airport danger doesn't always happen inside. Step into the parking lot and you'll see why. Hundreds of cars sit for days, sometimes weeks, untouched. To a thief, that's not just convenience, it's inventory. Today's criminals aren't just smashing windows. Many use signal boosters to trick your car into unlocking itself. Some carry devices that disable alarms in seconds. And once they're inside, anything left in plain sight, bags, electronics, even loose change becomes fair game. The prevention starts before you ever step on the plane. Park close to entrances where cameras and foot traffic naturally cut risk. A simple steering wheel lock tells a thief your car will take more time than it's worth. Hide variables out of sight, and if you want a pro-level deterrent, disconnect the battery before you leave. Most thieves won't even bother with a car that looks like it could stall their plan. That one preparation keeps your trip from ending with a bigger loss than the price of your ticket. Most travelers don't realize this, but your suitcase can expose more than just your destination. A simple luggage tag, the kind sold at any airport kiosk, can hand over your home address to anyone who looks at it. To a thief, that's not just information, it's confirmation that your house is sitting empty. Think about what that means. While you're boarding a plane, someone with bad intentions could be mapping out their next target, and the invitation came from your own bag. The fix is straightforward. Use only your phone number or email on the outside tag, just enough for an airline to contact you if something goes wrong. Keep your full address written on a card and tucked safely inside the suitcase. That way your bag can still find its way back if it gets lost, but strangers in the terminal won't know where you live. Most people never stop to consider this risk until it's too late. Your luggage shouldn't double as an open invitation to your home. Subscribe now because these overlooked safety fixes are the difference between a smooth trip and a nightmare waiting back at your front door. Here's something most travelers overlook. Theft doesn't look the same everywhere. In Japan or Singapore, you can leave a laptop on a cafe table and find it untouched hours later. But in parts of Europe, pickpocketing is an art form perfected over generations. Distraction, misdirection, and a hand in your bag before you even notice. In Southeast Asia, the danger isn't always a stolen wallet. It might be the helpful stranger who lures you into a scam that drains your money before you realize what just happened. The pattern is clear. Every city has its own theft signature, and the best way to prepare is shockingly simple. Before you board, type city plus scam into Google. You'll uncover the exact tricks that target tourists where you're going. That small step turns you from an easy mark into the traveler thieves would rather avoid. Thieves aren't looking for the richest passenger in the terminal. They're looking for the one who's distracted. The lesson is simple. If you're just a little more alert than the average traveler, they move on. That's the quiet advantage that keeps your trip intact. And this isn't where it ends. In the next video, I'll show you the latest airport scans of 2025, tricks so new that most passengers have no idea they exist. Before your next flight, you'll want to see this. So hit like if this gave you something useful, share it with someone who's flying soon, and subscribe so you never walk into your next trip unprepared.